Good morning. This is Jeff Kohler, aka the Option Addict from optionaddict.blogspot.com, here to share a couple more trading ideas of things that I'm putting into this week's watch list. Now, do be careful because the market is going to see a lot of low volume this week, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot of good things out there to trade. Starting here with the Dow Jones Industrial Index, you can see that we've had a recent rally. Be cautious as we start to head into these prior highs. Maybe that might signal some type of a resistance. Hopefully we don't hesitate there at all and we see a nice breakout. I'm going to start with a couple stocks I see good trends that are bouncing off of support. And to kick things off, we're going to go to ITT Corporation. And if you notice that this stock moving in a 45-degree angle here, bouncing off of support as of recently. You can see yesterday was a real solid day, and then continuing more to the upside. The stock's been pretty hot as of late. If you look at this trend, it's on fire. So maybe this might be something where you can still define your risk by about $1, maybe $1.50, before it closes back below support. But hopefully you catch a stock in this trend and keep riding the next higher highs. Next, I'm going to look at Joy Global. If you listen to the Market Cast, we discussed this yesterday. Kind of a similar circumstance we're looking at here. We can easily identify a support level here by drawing some trends. And yesterday we got a nice bounce off of that, even though the stock is slightly down today. Next on that list is Bankrate. And I think this was a carryover from last week. And the stock still might have a little ways to go before it reaches this trend line that we've drawn. Although the closer it gets to this trend line at about 47 or 48, the cheaper we get the stock price. So still keeping this on the radar for this week. Next, we're going to go to BGC, General Cable Corporation. And I'm going to delete a few of these lines here, but you can see there's a nicely defined trend going here. This is a trade I took yesterday on a what I thought looked like kind of a bounce slash breakout of that little consolidation range at about 77 or so. And new 52-week high. The stock pulling back a little bit today, but I didn't expect much out of the markets today. Just looking to ride this stock as a good trend for the hopefully the next couple months to come. Also on the list is BHI. Now, if you look at this, I'll delete a few lines here. You can see same thing. We've got a nice good trend. We've actually played a couple bounces on these in the last few months. The stock's turning up. Look for it to reach in the lower $90 per share range. I'm hoping about 92 or so on this next bounce. And this will be a stock, if you're looking at maybe holding for an extended period of time, we're reaching that big century mark, and stocks have reacted very positively to that round number as they've approached that this year. Next, I'm going to put ticker symbol DO, Diamond Offshore, on the map. And similar circumstance here. Good bounce off of support. Stock continues to move higher. Here's one that stock, when it broke above 100, notice how it used that level of support. It fell down to that, and then it rallied off of that nicely. So keep Diamond Offshore on your radar. It's a good trend trade. Next, I've got ticker symbol SLB. And if you recall on the blog here, back at the end of May, we talked about taking a trade right in this range at about 77.5. And we got a 10% move out of the stock, which is great. But at the same time, we're also seeing a nice bounce. Yeah, something like that. Looking good. All right, so a good bounce off of that yesterday, some follow-up action today. SLB is in a hot trend, it's moving very, very strongly right now. I suggest you keep an eye on it. Also, Potash. Potash has pulled back recently. But still, as long as we can keep that stock around this trend line, that means low-risk entry point. So if it comes back down a day or two, I like the stock around 78, 77, to be quite honest. So I might let it pull back another day and see how it holds. But overall, such a strong stock, you make sure you want to get a piece of it. Next, Praxair. This is kind of a slower, steadier moving stock. But that doesn't mean we can't make some money off of the bounce here in the meantime. This one's a little bit closer to home. But the support bounce here took place at about 72, stock trading about 73 and change. So looking for this to make the next higher high. This is also a stock we traded as a triangle breakout a few weeks ago, right back here, and the stock moved nicely right up to its price target like we expected. Also on that list is NOV. If you listened to the Market Cast yesterday, you'll hear this stock. We talked about it. Great bounce off support, 45-degree trend line, looking to trade it. Some stocks bouncing off resistance. We'll start with DNA. That's coming right up to its trend line right here at about 77. watch for it to roll over and hopefully hit the lower $70 per share range. Also, BTU, a good retest of that head and shoulders pattern. We could pick it up right here around 49 or so. Maybe it might climb as high as 50, but as long as it holds this neckline at about 49.50, if you miss the first trade, you might want to take the second one. There should be a pretty good drop here, hopefully to about 45 or 44. That's where ultimately my price target is. Next, ATI, if you missed the triple top breakdown in this stock, it's okay. We're right at kind of a retest level. You can see right now the current price is right around 107.5, and again, treat that as an area, not a specific value. The stock's still pretty close to that level. Steel's looking pretty weak recently, so I don't know. Keep it on your radar. Coles, I wish I could have got this one to you a little bit sooner. Maybe I should have, but you can see there was a great retest right through here at 72. We popped up, hit our head on that, and it's been dropping ever since. This has been a good trade so far, but I'm still looking for this to hit about 66, 67 when it's all said and done, just on this next move. The casinos, Las Vegas Sands, or you can even look at WYNN, the win. And you can see in these downward trends, both of these stocks are coming up for a breath of air. So as soon as they look, like they're all done moving upward, short them. Win coming right up to this level at 90. I think it might hold here. Look for this to reach hopefully the mid $80 level by the end of the month. Next, I got ticker symbol AMB. This is also on the MarketCast list. Good retest of some old support. Hopefully, his new resistance, and we'll see the stock turn down with all the rest of the crap realty stocks. I've got Taubman Centers, TCO. Again, another resistance bounce. Looking to get a play off of this down to the hopefully mid $40 per share range. ACLI. Now this one I'm kind of nervous about. There's a level right through here at 27, but the stock's been pretty strong lately. So any more strength out of this stock, and I really could care less about it, I'll move it off my list. But since it's right there, I don't know. I'm just watching it. We'll see what happens. A couple other stocks I'm going to move pretty quickly. Still watching Nordstrom. In fact, I'm going to zoom out on this guy to show you that a break of support here at 50 is a really, really big deal for this stock. One that could cause it to move down into the $40 range. So know about Nordstrom. We had a day where it looked like it broke intraday, but still rallied back above and closed above that trend line. Honestly, it's right there. I'm looking for a breakout. Hopefully we get it soon. MGA. If you've listened to my price patterns trading room for a bit of time now, we've had some pretty good trades with this one in the past. And I like what it's doing here. I'm looking to capture a breakout here, hopefully above 93, and ride this up to the upper $100 range. So we'll see what happens. Also ESS, another property realty stock. Watch for a break of support here at 116. If so, I hope the stock just falls like a rock down to 100. And last but not least, GMCR. Beautiful stock trade I talked to you guys about a month ago on at about $67, $65 a share. Right now it's trading up at 82. I know it's not optionable, but I said, hey, get long some Green Mountain Coffee roasters. And if you did, you're living the dream. If not, take a look at this. We have a little bit of what could be considered a flag breakout, and it's pulling back a little bit today. So if you can catch this thing around 80, I think that's a good trade. It's low risk. Use 80 to define it. And anyway, those are a few more ideas I had. Got some good feedback to the whole webcam idea, so maybe we might use that going forward. I'm in the office today, so I'm not going to start doing any movies here, but I might use that going forward. So I appreciate your feedback, everyone. Hopefully you guys have a good week in the markets. And if you need anything, catch me at optionaddict.blogspot.com. Take care, everyone. Have a good week. Bye-bye.